get pretty PO'd when you call it a mushroom. I found they get annoyed by that. But what it actually is a symbiotic culture of beneficial bacteria and yeast, and they come together to form this gelatinous kind of body. And like I said, it's really tough, and some people actually eat it, which I demonstrated at my last class, much to the dismay of my wife, so maybe I won't do it here. It was kind of grotesque. Trying to bite into this is not fun, but some people do it. And another thing you can do with it is you can bathe with it. Some people actually, they'll run a warm bath and float this sucker in the tub with them. And it's said the acids in it are said to have rejuvenating effects on your skin. And it's like adding friendly probiotic bacteria to your skin. And then pretty much you just get up, towel off, and then you have like these friendly bacteria on your skin attacking fungal forms and whatnot. And there's an anecdotal thing in this book, Kombucha Phenomenon, about someone getting a severe gash on their thumb, like ridiculous, like something that would definitely need stitches. And the guy's wife said, "Oh, let's cut a piece of kombucha off and wrap it around there." And they taped on a piece of this Zuglio mat to this guy's cut. When he got to the hospital, the doctors were like, "What the hell is that on your thumb?" You know, they're peeling this thing off there, and lo and behold, the wound looked like it didn't need a stitch. The guy was like, the doctor was like, "Why did you race here? There's nothing, this is nothing." You know, and so it's anecdotal, but I thought it was really neat when I read that. It's just one thing. And so now that we've got our culture, this one I kind of beat up, and it looked a little beat up. So we'll stick with the mother, which looks pretty good. There's a lot less of those air pockets, because what happens is when the daughter culture sits on there, that's when the air bubbles can kind of get in between the two and keep it up out of the solution and have that little bit of dye off there. So we'll stick with the mother culture. And this is our kombucha tea. Now right here, as it is, this is drinkable, ready to go. Or you can do what I like to do with it to get that effect that you get at the health food store, is run it through a second fermentation. And but what that means is you bottle it and seal it off in a container, and the carbon dioxide that it produces is trapped in there, and then it builds up and it actually becomes carbonated, much like soda or another effervescent beverage, which is really fun because then you can add flavorings to it, which I'll get into, and have this soda-like concoction.
It's not heated, right?
No, once the culture's added to it, it's not heated. The original tea that we got here, that we're going to be feeding to it, was heated. It was boiled to make sure it would be like a stale growing medium for this, and the sugars were added to it, it was reboiled, and then tea placed into it and boiled again, and then allowed to cool for 24 hours, or just until it's room temperature. You just want to check it. And so what we're going to do before we pour this off and do other fun stuff with it is we're going to give a little back to the culture to help inoculate the next batch of it. So that could be anywhere from 10 to 15%. If you're feeling generous, 25%, whatever you want to. The more you add back to it, the quicker the next culture is going to get done. The next batch of it is going to be done. I found that to be true. So we're going to save a little to get the culture going again. And now the rest of this we can leave. We'll put the cultures aside here. And I like to use a strainer because this is a living thing, and it does eat and it does excrete. So we want to strain off all the yeast and bacteria poopies that are left over from that process. And as you can see now, even though it hasn't been bottled, it already has a bit of carbonation going to it. And we do have some of the finished stuff that I've already strained off, and we have it here at the cafe. We can serve up a little later. We're going to be selling that with a little bit of ginger mixed in, kind of like a ginger ale type thing. It's really awesome. And now we've got our kombucha strained off here. Like I said, it's like every time you buy one of these bottles, it's an investment. It's like, oh, it's $4 a bottle or whatever. Get it and save this bottle, because then you can do it. So like, even though I grow my own, if I'm out and about and I want to get a kombucha, I get it, because I'm like, that's one more bottle I can make. I do 2 of these things every 2 weeks, and I end up bottling about 20 bottles of kombucha, and then I probably end up drinking fresh, like a good 2 or 3 of them worth of the fresh poured stuff. So it really pays for itself. You're talking about $80 worth of kombucha there, and all you ended up paying with for it was like an hour of your time possibly, you know, brewing it, hanging out in the kitchen while the water's boiling, and pouring it off into bottles and letting it do its thing. So I'm going to bottle some of that up here.